Hello, 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 my friends, hello. As you can see on the screen in front of you, it says pissed off. Redemption. Yep, we about to get some redemption. I made some. Well, I think the biggest mistake I made last night with this BAe146 was just not looking at the update before I jumped in the airplane. I think that was the biggest mistake when it came to last night. But we're not going to make that mistake again. So I spent some time today learning the new system, which, as I stated, I'm trying to transition the camera, by the way, so it gets off the thumbnail. Just waiting for OBS to catch up with everything. But yeah, man. So I do apologize about last night. Now, the rest of it was okay. Like, the rest of the flight was good. It was just that part in the beginning that really was really shitty. So I do have a controller scheme set up now for the BAe146. I'm just going in to tweak a couple of things with it, just to see if it works. But I did learn all about this new system last night. It's very close to the system I thought it was, but once we get the plane started, I will show you what I'm talking about. All right, we can get rid of these. I want to set up a couple of buttons real quick on the left side of the yoke that I have, the flight stick. So I just want to get rid of these throttle cuts because they don't do anything. And I want to adjust a couple of things. So all right, let's reassign the parking brake. Let's get rid of this. Let's go ahead and reassign that to number 3. All right, let's reassign this to, oh, that's right, let's clear that. Come on, validate for me. No. All right, clear this. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? I'm just setting up a couple of buttons real quick on this, and then we'll get into the plane. Yeah, how's y'all Saturday doing? Hopefully it's good. All right, parking brake. All right, toggle parking brakes. That's going to be number 3 now. All right, very good. Now let's get rid of button number 1. All right, let's get rid of that. We don't really have flight level control. Let me see if we have IAS on here. No IAS. All right, let me go to autopilot and just run through what's on the autopilot real quick. All right, toggle. Approach. Flight level change. Mach. Automaster. Set. Airspeed. Hold. Reference altitude. All right, well, whatever. We don't need to worry about it. Let's go ahead and get in this plane. Let's get it started. Right. So many planes, so little time. All right, so we are in Glasgow. And I did a little research. Because I do research from time to time. I'm not just a pretty face. I'm not just a pretty face, guys. So Air UK I don't think they're. I think they were bought out by KLM. But Air UK used to fly the BAe146. This is a 100 because this is the livery that it's on. They used to fly this plane from Glasgow to, I believe it was Gatwick, but we're just going to make pretend today and go to London City. So, no. No, I did research it. Yes, it is pretty demanding. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I looked at the approach and the arrival, and I was like, damn, Chicago must really not like me. He getting me to do Aspen. He have me do Aspen. He have me do that little ass island out in the Caribbean, and then St. Bart's in the same landing, and St. Martin, and now he's got me landed on this little strip in this little river. Damn, dude. No, it's all good. No, I landed here once, long time ago, but it wasn't on any kind of like like charted approach. Sweet. Do we? I think we have speed brakes in this airplane. Oh yeah, we do. Do they work? Let me see. C and F. All right. Well, they go on all the way or off all the way. I don't really have a. Well, whatever. We'll just use C and F. Yeah, I don't have a way of. Well, you know what? Actually, give me 1 second. Let me look at the keyboard for spoilers, and then we'll get it. And I did find after you guys left last night. Well, at least I think you guys left. I found a really cool little booklet that's in this airplane. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. But I don't have any more room. I don't think on my. Well, you know what I could do actually. Let me look up. I could use those two buttons I'm not using anymore. Let me. All right, spoilers access. Now, what can I use? Hang on a second. I don't think I'm going to be able to set up an access for it. Shit, who the fuck is calling me? Son of a bitch. Let me mute myself while I look at this, guys. I got to take this call. Sorry. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I've been waiting for this one call, and it finally came through. So, all right, let's get started here. All right, we got that set. Let's go ahead and import our payload. Let's connect our ground power. And let's start refueling. All right. And let's go ahead and get a couple of things turned on here. Now let's put the batteries on first. Put the ground power on. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. All right, put these lights on. Put the no smoking on. See, we got to go over and put all the master switches on. I am? Doesn't look like I'm muted. Am I still muted now? Hang on a second. Am I still muted? Oh, that was from earlier? I gotcha. Okay. I gotcha. Well, I'm getting some nasty little colors on OBS, so I wasn't sure what was going on. All right, all dampeners, autopilot, avionics. Let's make sure that anti-skid is on. Let's turn on yellow and green. Both on. AC bus tie right here. Standby inverter. Standby generator. Flare shield. All right, generators 1 and 4 off. All right, I'm not going to start the APU just yet. Let's get this navigation system out of the way. So I do want to put the lights on real quick though. All right, so console. Oh, hang on. Let me turn those buttons off. I was setting up the throttle on the 737, and I had the little info displayed on here. So part of the reason I couldn't input anything last night was because they run on a different AIRAC than what's currently out there. And it didn't, I guess the waypoints are new, because it wasn't picking up the waypoints that I was plugging in last night. So that was part of the issue. All right, let's go down here. And I'm actually glad I have a real pilot on here, because I tried looking up something and I couldn't find it. Let me go over here. Let me get this turned on first, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Not trying to put you on the spot, but if there was one person in this chat that would probably know, it would probably be you. So on this here, for like N1, you know, D-rate and all that stuff, I can't really scroll in more. Oh, I can actually. You see this here? It says TREDU. Let me type it in the chat. TRED. I couldn't find what that meant anywhere. Like, I understand this is N1 reference, N1 production. This is the, you know, barometer, you know, the altitude according to the pressure. But I don't know what this TRDU is. So if you don't have an answer tonight, that's perfectly fine. But if you could, like, you know, you know, I'm not trying to give you a homework assignment, but if you, I'm just kind of curious, because I do want to learn this airplane much better. I want to start following this chart as quick, you know, as close as I can. Thumberly. Yeah, you know what? I saw that when I was looking up nicknames for this airplane yesterday. I saw the Whisperjet, and I saw I did see Thumbelina. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. All right, so we're gonna accept. So this AIRAC here, this is from February 23rd of last year, and I don't see a way to update it. And there was no way to update it in yeah, no worries. If you get around to it, no big deal. I don't see a way to update it, and I read through the user manual for this, and I didn't see a way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to flight plan. We're gonna type in Glasgow first. EG EF, and we're gonna hit enter. We're gonna accept. And now we're going to go, so when there's a little M up top here, that means we can hit the menu button. So let's hit the menu button. We're going to go to depart. I plan on using thrust reduction. Interesting. That is a weird acronym. So 15, thrust reduction, 8. So I guess that's a percentage. I'm guessing that's a percentage there, these numbers here. 15, 18. Because this is this is N1 reference. This might be, maybe that's a percentage, I don't know. But yeah, this little packet here that comes with this thing is great. It's got noise abatement takeoff, climb profile, cruise summary, the sense of, I mean, I have never seen a simulated airplane with this level of detail between the checklist. Anyways, all right. So I'm planning on using runway 23. So we're going to choose number 2. Push enter. And I plan on doing NOR BAe146. So number 5. Enter. There's no transition, so let's click flight plan. So we have all this put in right now, okay? That's our standard instrument departure. Let's go to the next page. Let's click this top left button. And what we're going to do, so from this takeoff, we're going to pick up an airway. We're going to pick up airway T, like Tango 256. So see, we have this menu button here. That means we can click on something. So let's click on list. And here we can choose, you know, airports, NDBs, I think that's intersections maybe, flight plan, VORs, airways. This we can't use. Gap, I don't know what gap is anyways, but we can't use it. It's in blue. We're going to click on airway. And now we have airway T256, so number 2. Enter. And let's pick our exit point. That's going to be Rovla, ROVLA. So number 22. Let's choose that. All right, so Rovla, and then from Rovla, we're picking up another airway. So we have this blank box here. Let's click on list again. We're going to click on airway again. And we have UT256. So number 2, enter. And we're going to DCS, so number 1, enter. DCS, we have another airway. So click on list. Click on airway. We're doing UL612. So number 5, enter. And our exit point is Listo. So let's go find Listo. All right, number 28. All right, 28, enter. All right, so that's all the real waypoints. Listo is the entry point for the arrival. So from here, we're going to input London City's ICOA I think that's the acronym. But we're going to put in their code. That's EGLC. So let's plug in EGLC. LC. Let's hit enter. Let's click accept. And now we're going to hit the menu button. We're going to choose arrive. We're planning on using runway 9. Oh, sorry. We got to hit the number 1. All right, enter. Our star is list 1C, so number 6. Enter. We have the ILS as the approach. Enter. And we are doing it's 1J, so number 6. And enter. And flight plan. All right, now our whole flight plan is set now. We got everything in there. All 9 pages of it. 9 pages because there's a lot of waypoints, you know, on the airways. But one thing I found interesting, so this fuel page will update as we put the passengers on the airplane and do all that. This will update automatically. Nav. This nav page is very interesting. So while we're flying, we can click on this heading button. We can actually input any heading we want here. And then we hit enter. The airplane will turn to that heading when we have autopilot set. Like if we're in LNAV mode, it'll just turn right to that heading. I found it to be very interesting. We also have this maneuver button here. And we can also, so if we want to do a holding pattern, say at Rovla, we can actually input a holding pattern there. We can choose right-hand or left turns, inbound and outbound course, you know, the time, the distance, direct entry, teardrop, you know, parallel. Oh, Bot's back. What's up, Bot? Welcome back to the show. So I thought that was very interesting. I'm still learning more about this. You know, I can only absorb so much. And then this VNAV button, this VNAV shows every waypoint that's associated with a certain altitude, going up or going down. Once we get to our cruising altitude, this should populate automatically to show us our top of descent. And then once we start descending, you know, our target, you know, our vehicle speed per second should show up there. And then this list button, you can use again, like when you're in flight plan mode, you know, to pick up VORs, NDBs, waypoints, things like that. And then we also have this performance page, which anytime there's a page with an M, we can click on menu and we can choose. Now things in the blue we can't choose, but things in the white we can. So anyways, we're all set. Let's click on this fuel page. Let's go over and get our passenger set and then finish getting the rest of our plane set up. So we already clicked on fuel. That's good. Let's click on passengers. Let's start boarding. And now if we go over to here now, you can see we have our passengers, our cargo, everything is in there now. So we are all good for takeoff now. I mean, as far as like this is concerned. So I know I have a checklist on the yoke, but this is still much easier to navigate. All right, we got the inverter, the generators, galley shed switch. I don't think I turned that on yet. Nope. All right, APU generator. Let's turn on APU generator. Let's wait for it to... Alright, let's click start. And again, I do really apologize about taking some of this shit for granted. I thought I could just jump in. I was very arrogant, I guess, about this airplane. I thought I could just jump into it and everything would be fine. I had no idea it was this kind of update. So next time there's an update for any of the airplanes, I'm going to research and make sure I understand everything before I jump into the airplane, because, yeah, it was bad. All right, APU power is available, so we can put on the APU air and packs. All right, we can test. Come on, are you gonna let me do it? All right, test is good. All right, overhead enunciators, that's fine. Cabin emergency lights, they are back here. Let's arm those. And these buttons here, you can slide them to the side and lock things into place. So now this button, oh. Anyways, most of the time, these red switches, you can use that to lock buttons into a certain position. All right, ground test, that's fine. DC pump on, yellow brake pressure. Yeah, those are always okay. So let's slide over and all right, that's fine. Flight deck emergency lights, let's go ahead and put those on. Or, I'm sorry, arm them at least. All right, let's put the yaw dampener on. That's right down here. The oxygen masks that they want us to check on, they're over here. But I don't think there's a way to interact with them. So don't worry about it. Let's actually put our panel lights on. And then let's go over and visit Giga Chad. Giga Chad. Let's go ahead and put his panels on. A little bit of flood. And let's go down, let's go through his body and put on oxygen. That's right here. All right, that's it for there. All right, let's put on the radios. On and let me use this to autocomplete that item, because for some reason this one won't turn on using the mouse. All right, let's put on the comms. They're right here. On and on. Check our brake pressure. It's about 2,500. That's fine. Make sure all the hydraulics are off. Yep, all the hydraulics are off. Let's go ahead and fuel center transfer. What does that need to be on auto? Put that on auto. Ice detect. Let's go ahead and make sure that's on. that on. Fasten seatbelt signs. Fuel quantity is fine. Flight data recorder, you really can't interact with it. Altimeters were set in a second. Reset, red light extinguished. Alright, let's get the METAR information. I'm not sure, man. I love the BAe146. I don't know why people hate it either. That's crazy to me. Alright, METAR is 30.03. Yep, 30.03. So let's program that in. And what does our flight plan say we should be flying to today? 35,000 feet in this airplane? No, thank you. We will go to 25,000 feet. That seems to be a good spot for this airplane. All right. All right, let's set our V speeds. That's done by clicking this top one here. All right, those are all set. Let's get rid of the doors and equipment. So, ground power, shocks. Turn this off. And that's it. Now we can start the engines. So, let's talk to the ATC real quick and make sure I can get the right kind of clearance. Runway 5, you son of a bitch. I don't know why they have that setting. The setting is absolute crap. The enforce ATC setting, I'm sorry, the enforce flight plan setting in the menu is complete crap. Complete crap. All right, let me change. Hang on, I gotta go into Navigraph now. Give me a second. I gotta go into Navigraph and change a few things. I gotta do runway 5 now. Okay, runway 5. Let's choose another one. So now we'll be doing Norb 1J. Sweet, we get to make a big U-turn now when we start. Awesome. All right, let's fix our flight plan real quick, and then we'll put the engines on and back up. So let's go here to... Ooh. I don't know if I can click on flight plan with this thing sitting here. All right, index page. No, not that. I thought the rotate clockwise. Hang on a second. Where's click point? Yeah, rotate clockwise. All right, that's all right. Flight plan. And menu, depart, runway 5, and Norb 1J, number 5, enter, flight plan, all right, we're good now. All right, let's go ahead and rotate this again. Normal takeoff. Trying to click on the spots, but click spot guide, rotate clockwise, index page, and normal takeoff. All right, let's get the engine started up. So let's go ahead and put on the fuel pumps. Go ahead and turn on the beacon lights. All right, packs and APU air off. Engine anti-ice, fuel pumps, and okay. Very good. All right, engine anti-ice, let's turn those on. This should be on normal. I think, let me see what it says here. I think it's normal. Engine master switch. Yeah, engine start power normal. Hold normal. All right, very good. All right, let's go to number 4. Start master, and all right, number 4 is coming alive. Go ahead and click on the fuel. All right, number 4 is spinning. We got to wait for all the verbiage to clear out before we start up the next engine. All right, let's go to engine number 3. Off, on again. Number 3 is now starting to spin. All right. Let's turn off the master, put it back. Oops, sorry, turn it off. Go to number 2, turn it on. Engine start. Number 2, spinning. All right, let's give it some fuel. An imposter, it's funny. It's a doppelganger of the Boeing. All right, let's put on number 1, off, on. engine start. All right, number 1's moving. All right, let's put on fuel. All right, so while that's doing its thing, let's go ahead and put on RNAV on both sides. Let's put on the flight director on both sides. Let's check out our takeoff chart and see if we have any constraints with takeoff. Departure, SID, and our chart number is 10-3D. So we have this one here. Go ahead and star that. All right, so 6,000 feet looks like we're capped at initially. So let's go ahead and our transition altitude's probably 6,000 feet like last night. Yeah, it does say 6,000. So, all right. So let's plug in 6,000 feet. All right. Engine start. Whoa, bitch. All right. Let's go ahead and turn that off. This there. Turn that off. All right, engine anti-ice. Let's turn that back off again for now. Let's turn on generators 1 and 4. Make sure the brake fans are turned to auto. All right, engine 2 and 3 hydraulic pumps. AC pump auto, PTU on. Turn all the heaters on. Put back on the APU air and packs. Let's turn this to 25,000. Barometric pressure. All right, taxi lights, brakes, TA. All right, let's turn on our transponder. All right, that's good. Taxi lights. Oh, we got to back up first, actually. Let's go ahead and back up, and then we'll put our taxi lights on. What does that say? Oh, brake fans. That flight recorder icon, by the way, that's going to stay on until we start moving. Once we start moving, it'll go away. All right, let's get our back 'em ups machine going. We got one of those built in. Go to aircraft, go to back 'em ups. Go ahead and connect. All right, well, I guess we're just going to pretend that that he's connected. Yep. We got a ghost. We got a ghost moving us tonight. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second. Hang on. Let me get back up real quick, and then I'll tell you. I'm pretty excited for the arrival too, man. All right, let's cancel everything out. Let's put a parking brake back on. Make sure the pressure is up. That way we can tell that the parking brake is on. Yep, we got brake pressure. So this, let me scoot over here a second. So I've never seen something like this in any of the airplanes. So we have standard, we had the thrust reduction, like an N1, you know, and thrust reduction chart here. That the thrust reduction here, I don't know if that's a percentage or an actual number. I'll have to look into it as far as what the BAe146 actually used. So that's the first page. Then we have procedures for normal takeoff without noise abatement. We have noise abatement takeoff. We then have our climb profile. Let me see if I can get a little closer. We have climb profile. So we're in the 100. So right here, height, like long range, 250 knots indicated airspeed, you know, to 0.6, you know, Mach, up to flight level, you know, 24,000. We have high speed for the 100. You know, anyways. Then we have our cruise summary, long range cruise profile, high speed intermediate, top of descent it gives us as well. And we have our descent summary here. Approach. And then that's about it, man. Yeah. And then if you're on PC, you can actually import your own documents into here. So if you have another document you want, you can just upload it right to here if you're on PC. Now, I looked through all the material that's available for this plane on Just Flight's website. I didn't see anything here that you could download. So I think what I'm going to do after today's flight, I'm going to take screenshots of all these and just print out the screenshots and put them on my clipboard so I have them next time. So yeah, man, it's pretty cool. It is. I'm not sure how to put it back though. Like once it's out, I don't know how to put it away. So, I mean, rotating it's okay. That way I can get to these buttons here. But I don't really know how to put it away. I don't really care about putting it away. I mean, if I can... Oh, I need to access the weather. Shit, how do I put it away, actually? Oh, by the way, that's our flight number, UKA691. I believe that's the... I believe that's what their code was. Alright, how do I put this thing away? So I can get to the weather, actually. Let's see here. Click spot. Well, oh, you know what? Maybe I got to click up top again. Let me see that. I bet you I have to click up there. Yep. All right, we'll pull that out when we get low. Let me turn the weather on first. All right, so turn the tilt on. Turn that on. Click on that. All right, very good. Approach angle? I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. Let me pull this thing back out. Let me whip this thing back out. All right, rotate. All right, rotate clockwise. Set approach angle. I don't see a... I don't see an angle. Yeah, I don't see an angle, dude. What happened to our... Oh, hang on a second. Oh no, that was the right page. Hang on. Okay, descent summary. Yeah, I don't see a, 2% minimum N2. Okay, that's N2. No, this is just approach speeds. You know what? It might be in the, well, hang on. If you want to give me a second, I'll open up the booklet that came with it. Give me a second. I'll look in the manual. All right, let's go back to the index. And systems overview, introduction. Let me go to specifications. Maybe that'll be, or limits actually. Airspeed, weight loading, manual, autopilot, precision approach and landing. All right, maneuvers, 1G, 2Gs, maximum operating temperature. All right, category landings, localizer, cabin pressure, general. I'll take it. Give me like 30 more seconds and see if I can find it. If not, you know, maybe I'll Google it while we're flying. All right, flying, approach and landing. Oh, that's a test speed. I mean, that's a test flight. Hang on a second. All right, let me look on one more thing. All right, handling notes. All right, approach. Yeah, I don't see it. Approach and I don't see a maximum angle in this booklet. I'll Google it when we're flying. So, all right, let's get back to normal takeoff. So we have V2 plus 10 knots. No flat retraction until we're over 400 feet. Only rudder, confirm takeoff. Okay, we can go next actually. We'll put it on the climb profile. So, all right, so we can do, so 250 is correct. That's what I've been climbing at. So it looks like 250 is the correct. If we're going to do a steeper climb, we need to keep it at 210 knots. But no, 250 is okay. We have a pretty long, not a long flight, but it's not a short flight either. All right, let's taxi. Let's go ahead and put our taxi lights on. And flaps are down. Yep. Oh yeah, let's check our configuration before we go, actually. But we gotta remove our parking brakes for that. Alright, so let's take the parking brakes off. And... Alright, we're good there. Let's go ahead and move. Hold on a second. My rudder is not working. Alright, that side to side is fine. That's good. Oh, that would be why we still were connected to the, we were still connected. Usually if the plane's not working, it's something simple. Oh, look, one of those, planes I just bought. The Banner Nafferder, or whatever it's called. The Binter Nodner, what's that plane called? The BN2A? That's cool. That's a fun plane, man. I had fun flying that plane a couple of times I flew it. The Binter Norman or something like that. I'm going to take screenshots of this chart too, these charts, and print them out as well. I think that's really cool, like kind of info to have. All right, let's get our checklist out. All right, let's put our parking brake on.
Brakes. Checked yellow. Flaps. Selected and checked. Flight instruments.
Free and clear.
Checked. Flight directors. On as required. Trims.
I already checked them. Oh yeah, we gotta click the, that's right. Let's go to our aircraft page, and we actually have to click the...
Set and checked. Config. Tested.
It's beeping because we have the,
IGN A and B. As required. Cabin.
It beeped because we had the parking brake on. Alright, let's take our seats for takeoff.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
And arm the doors.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check. Cabin is secure.
And then we gotta push the cabin call button.
Secured. Weather radar. As required. Landing and strobe lights.
Landing lights, wings, logo, and...
All on. TMS.
Alright, let's push power. Takeoff. Oh, not test. Alright, that's done.
On to mode. Flight controls. Unlocked and free. MWS.
Yep, that's been checked.
Checked.
Alright, let's go take off. Release the parking brakes. Put this over here. Bring up our checklist. I'm sorry, not our checklist, our chart. Put our airplane on it. Actually, our airplane probably will show up automatic. Oh no, here we go. Alright, now our airplane's on it. Oh, that's awesome, man. The Valkyrie? Damn. You fly some pretty cool airplanes, dude. That's cool. All right, let's roll. The hell?
TMS sets takeoff. Power set, flex achieved. Speed alive, both sides. 80 knots cross checked. V1, rotate. V2, positive rate of climb, gear up.
I'm not sure why we're still beeping, but there we go. I almost abandoned the takeoff for a second. When I took off, I noticed that the my flight stick was sticking, And I wasn't really sure why it was sticking, but it was sticking. And it shot me straight up in the air. Alright, flaps up. Go ahead and do sync. And let me actually pause this for a second, because we need to turn off the... Alright, we need to put all 4 engine airs on and turn off the APU air. All right, let's put on MGT.
Bank angle, bank angle.
All right, let's do heading mode, altitude, let's increase the heading mode a little bit so we can line up with our flight plan. All right, let's click LNAV. And then let's put our altitude at 25,000. We can put on standard pressure as well, since we're at our transition altitude. And then once we get past Norbo, we can resume our climb. All right, not bad. A little shaky in the very beginning, but we're okay now. It was very strange. The flight stick was sticking. Like it was all the way like cocked to the side, and like I don't know. Whatever. We're good now. I just wasn't expecting it to shoot straight up in the air when I put the wheels up. Oh yeah, let's put on some photogrammetry. Let's put on some photogrammetry. To make everything look nice and pretty. Apply and save. 20 minutes later, we can jump back into the airplane. It's true. I just try to, you know, pay attention to what's on the charts, but yeah. I will follow. You know what? I actually took your advice last night, and when I was landing in Norway, I was going to put the anti-ice on, but we weren't passing through any clouds, so I was like, nah, I don't think they would do it in real life since there's no clouds and no visible moisture anywhere. All right, well, let me get up to 250 knots, and then we'll resume our climb. Oh, we're at 250 knots. All right, let's click IAS and put ourselves back in climb mode. And arm the altitude. All right, and we can turn off the PTU and put that off. Let me turn the landing lights off now because I want to go look at that booklet on the ground there. And logo. I thought the APU had to be turned off too. Hang on a second. All right, after takeoff, APU air is off, right? That's right, APU stop. That's what I thought. All right. All right, let's take a look at this booklet here. All right, bugs reset, landing lights off, ice protection, continuous ignition. I believe that's on already. All right, so we got 250 knots is fine. All right, very good. So actually, let's put this on cruise summary because that'll be next. Let's go to performance here. All right, we're about ready to leave here, so let's just go to the regular map. Pull our throttle back a bit because we're supposed to be, it looks like at 85%. is kind of the max it looks like. I think that's what it means. Just making sure we weren't crashing. How about like a halala? Sugar booga ba, digga booga booga ba. Booga ba, digga booga 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 ba. Yeah, Chicago. I thought that's what I remember you saying that before. There's no ATC involved. You don't really need to pay attention to what's on the charts. I just, for so long since I've been using charts, I just try to follow whatever's on there just for practice. But that makes sense what you're saying. Man, the F-117 is awesome. That's a cool plane. What's that called? The Nighthawk? In the F-117 called the Nighthawk. I think that's what it's called. Well, it's much different than yesterday. Yeah, I came very close to doing a Dan Air London flight from Berlin, but I like the UK Air Aviation livery better, so. I don't think there is a plane cooler than the F-117. I think that's the coolest. I mean, the SR-71 is close. I think that's a really cool looking airplane. But like, I think the F-117 is awesome. I think that's an awesome looking airplane. Right, that's right. Yep, NASA did make that. Man, this is such a fun plane to fly. I love all the old school gauges and shit. And I really like all the big switches. That, I think, is really cool. All the really big old switches. And one thing I like about this airplane a lot are the announcements that the cabin crew makes and the pilots and all that. I think that's really cool. All right, let me slide on over. Last night when I flew the Boeing 737, I couldn't get my throttles set with the flight stick, but I now have them set. So Next time I fly that plane, I'll be using the flight stick. Alright, I don't think this is really considered a long-range cruise. Alright, where's the VMO speed? Is that listed anywhere in here? I don't think it is. Let me, nope. Let me see if I can find it in the, that I would like to find out what the VMO speed is. Alright, air supply, cooling, temperature, trim, flight deck, APU, primary controls, spoilers, fuel tanks, systems, pilot, indicators, radar, pneumatic, oxygen, instrument, auxiliary, power, flying, limits. Alright, does it say anything about VMO speed? Continuous, that's the AP generator. Flight director. Alright, let me search this and see if I can find VMO. Come on, thing. Okay, VMO. The stripe limit speed pointer indicates the maximum. Okay. So the stripe indicates VMO. Okay, so we got about 300 and we got to divide that by 0.65. So let me get my calculator out. A handy dandy calculator. Where the hell's the calculator out? Oh, here's the calculator. 300 divided by 0.65. Wow, they're saying 195. Really? That's my cruising speed? That seems really low. Ice detection. All right. Intermediate cruise. Alright, looks like 230 we can do as well. Oh, high speed cruise. MMO. Where's the MMO? Alright, altitude's on. Let's click on target. Let's sync to the first engine. Reduce our thrusters a little bit. All right, let me look at what MMO is. The striped limit speed pointer indicates the maximum safe operating speed, VMO, and MMO of the aircraft. MMO. Alright, that's not any help. Well, whatever. I've always cruised at around 250 anyway, so. I did 300 divided by 0.65 and I got 195. What am I doing wrong? Oh, it is 461. I wonder how I got 0.95. Maybe I multiplied it. But that doesn't make any sense. We can't go that speed. Alright, I'm looking at something for the EFB. Let me... Alright, I think our speed's okay. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, no, you're definitely right. I think I multiplied it. I think that's what I think I multiplied it by accident. Alright, let me go back to the EFB manual. Not the EFB, the UNS manual. Well, I'm at around 250 to 280 usually when I cruise in this airplane, as far as the indicated airspeed on the, you know, on the speedometer. I was just trying to do the math to see what it would come out to be. It said VMO divided by MMO, but it doesn't say what it was. It said the stripe icon, which was at 300. I think that's MMO, but well, whatever. I'm going to learn more about this aircraft. I want to learn quite a bit more about this plane. This plane now, with these updates they've done, this plane is now very intriguing to learn. Before, it didn't have all this stuff to digest. There were none of these checklists, none of these other things. Yeah, that's true. Alright, target vertical speed, distance, as well as once top of descent has been reached. Okay, TO. If the vertical speed displayed here is consistently followed by the aircraft will reach the waypoint by the... Okay, once... Alright. FR... Yeah, now this... Alright, let me go back to this system here. Yeah, I think this plane is, we gotta speed up a little bit. I definitely think this plane is worth the money for sure, especially with this new update they came out with. I mean, it was fun before, but it's way different now. Alright, according to the manual, it looks like this VNav bit is supposed to populate automatically. Let's do 1500 here. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we have to plug in a target VS. Yeah, this is new. Before, this didn't have a top of descent calculation. All right, actually, let me look at this chart here. Rotate clockwise. All right. Cruise. You got it. I'll make sure I do my best to meet the altitude requirements on this one. I don't want to crash into anything, that's for sure. I think I could turn the anti-ice stuff off. I was just seeing if it had a recommended descent angle. Kind of what Magnum was asking earlier. But this thing seems to do pretty good at like minus 1500 as far as keeping it at a good speed. Let's see what minus 2000 does. Not much. Oh, that's a 3.8% angle. I don't want to do that. That's cool. I like how it gives the angle. Alright, that's fine. 2.8 is fine. And I think this right here is, if we descended now, we would descend at 50 vertical feet per minute to get down. I think that's what that 50 is. I think that'll keep on growing. Kind of like it does on the Garmin systems. And then once we get to 1500, that's when we need to descend. All right, let's get our charts for landing. So we have chart 4020E for the arrival. Oh, 42E, my bad. Sweet. Yeah, man, definitely get it. Just Flights make some really good planes, man. They do a really good job. All right, and our approach. is this one here, I believe 41. Yep, 41.1. Alright, we'll plug that shit in later. Alright, now we can go to saved. Yeah, I think so. I think they made... I'll take a look here. Hang on. I think they made the Comanche. Let me, in the beginning of the pilot's manual, it has, like, I think all their planes listed. Hang on, let me see what it says here. BA, I don't know about that. They make the Piper 28. Yeah, I'm not sure what else they make. I mean, it's on their website. I mean, obviously it's on their website, but... Oh, they might have made it with A2A. That, I don't know. Well, let's check if we can go in. I don't know. Yeah, they might have made it with A2A. I think, you know what? I think they did, actually. Yeah, we can go in the cabin. Only to a certain point. We can't go past this point. This is it. If we can... Oh shit, we can open the door. Should we should we lose, should we do, should we pull a Boeing? Should we pull a Boeing aircraft and just lose pressure at 20-some thousand feet in the air? What is this thing here? Oh, those are stairs. Turn the music on. Absolutely. Oh, look how cute these little engines are. Oh, your little engines are so cute. Man, they got a lot of camera views on this thing. Can we use the phone? It looks like we can interact with this, but it's not letting me. You know what? Maybe if I was in the regular camera mode, maybe it would let me. I'll have to, let me, hang on a second. Let's pick a good outside camera. Look at this. No shit. All right, let's come back here and play with that. All right, let's go here and here. Bagalaga hugala. Yeah. I think I just saw that. Yep, we're getting ready to put on some music, I think. Let my first video, let my second video of trying to get monetized, let me demonetize myself. No, I don't care about that. You guys, I think you guys know that. All right, can we oh, we sure can interact with this shit. Wow. That is cool. I had no idea. I think that little thing where I just was, I think that might have been the I think that might have been I'm sorry. I think that might have been the radio. Shit, we can brew coffee? No shit. Oh my god. You can actually hear the coffee being poured. We'll have to play with that a little bit when we're not flying. I just heard the coffee being poured. That's cool. All right, let's see if this is the radio over here. Sure is. A 100 gigabytes? It wasn't that much for me. Oh yeah, no problem. I heard the music a little bit. A little bit. I wonder if it's... Oh yeah, I can hear it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it over the engines, though. Man, it is crazy how much... I never knew this thing had a radio. Thanks, Magnum. That's cool. I think it's cool that you can brew coffee. That's fucking dope. And you can do the intercom and all that. I mean, or at least the buttons for it. Alright, let's see what we got to our top of descent. We got about 130 some miles. Crazy how much detail this thing has. Oh, man. Man, it was so nice sleeping in today. Let me tell you. Not having an alarm clock wake me up today was, like, super awesome. Like, I've been playing the hell out of that new crab game, Another Crab's Treasure. That thing is way fun. A lot of fun. Where is, where's my drugs? Where'd they go, actually? There they are. Give me my drugs. Pull our throttle back just a little bit now. I want to try to keep us around 230, 250, somewhere in that area. Ooga bugga bugga ba. Ooga bugga 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 ba. Man, I still got to get a Mother's Day card. I think I'll run out first thing in the morning tomorrow and pick up a couple Mother's Day cards. One for me and one for my kids. Then my mom's coming down here tomorrow around probably 11 something. She wants to go to a play tomorrow. So she subscribes to the Baltimore Hippodrome for plays. So she goes to, I don't know, maybe like 10 or 12 a year. So she wanted me to go for Mother's Day. So what you gonna do? You only got one mother, you know what I mean? And she's been very helpful for me in my situation. You know, having full custody of two kids. She's been very helpful with that over the years. So I'm gonna go to the play. I don't mind plays every once in a while. I saw Hamilton, that was really good. And saw Wicked, that was really good. This one's Clue, like the board game. You know, like it was Miss Scarlet in the kitchen with the pipe. Ooh, we're already in our arrival. Boy, I'm getting nervous for this landing, man. I can't remember last time I landed at London City, and this is a really weird landing that we're doing. Like, we're going down and around. All right, let me update the METAR information. .09. All right. I might as well plug in the landing info now while we're not doing a whole lot. So we got 111.15. Okay, 111.15 and 92. I thought I saw something in there that said that that it was off course by like a couple of degrees. So, all right, 111.15. 92. Set nav 2 for the same thing. All right, that's all set up now. Yeah, I think if I do stream tomorrow night, it depends on how late we go out to dinner and all that. But if I do wind up streaming tomorrow night, we're going to do, I think, that another crab game and more Jedi Survivor and more of that train simulator. That train simulator, I've been having a lot of fun with that game lately. All right, I was trying to see if I could put our cruising altitude there, but it doesn't let you. All right, we got 100 and... Oh, directly we're 106 miles away. All right. Oh, shit. Thank you, Mr. Dingy. Thank you for dinging at us to let me know. Got about 90 miles to the top of descent. We just crossed the threshold for our arrival, so we just hit the first waypoint for our arrival. Oh, maybe we just hit the second waypoint, actually. That looks like we're turning. Hey, man, you got me nervous. Look, I've landed at Aspen in a blizzard. I've landed at those 2 postage stamp airports in the Caribbean. But I'm nervous about this one because you were like, don't crash. I think I landed at this airport one time, if I remember correctly. I think it was an Aerofly though. It wasn't in or maybe it was an X-plane. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I would never try that shit in real life, man. I don't know what they would do in a blizzard situation like that in real life. Like, I mean, I guess they would go to another well, obviously they would go to another airport, but like, I wonder how bad, you know, since they don't have an ILS where you can land in like really bad weather, I wonder like what the visual rules are for Aspen. Like, well, it's probably on the landing chart, I guess. But whatever. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm sure there's not that many blizzards in Aspen where they would have to land. I'm sure it's cloudy and I'm sure it's bad weather, but not like we had where you can't see the ground for 300 feet. Oh no, I meant like if they were flying to Aspen and they were supposed to land there. No, I understand they probably wouldn't take off. But like if they were already en route to Aspen and they were coming in for landing and like, you know, is it like 1,200 feet, you know, or like a half a mile that they have to see, or, you know, like how bad does it have to be for them to completely call off the landing? I guess that's the info that's on the bottom of the chart, so I guess I can just read it. But oh, that's a good point. They would see the weather before they even took off. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I'm going into runway 9, so that means that's east approach. Is that correct, since I'm landing towards the east? That's what SimBrief picked for me. They picked runway 9. Right. Yeah, I'm thinking runway 9 is the east approach. I can try to land. I can try to do the steep one if you want. I mean, I already did a really good landing with this plane last night, so if I screw up, it's okay. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a good amount of airports close to Aspen anyways. I mean, you have Telluride, Denver's not far away. You know, they got a few airports around that area. Colorado Springs. Man, we are jamming with this late night station, man. Got the radio playing. This is awesome. And I have many hours in this airplane over the time I've had it. I had no idea there was a radio. Okay, baby, I got you. Are they both steep approaches? You know what? When I went in the back, we were at like 80%. How the hell did it get up to 90? I didn't move my throttle lever at all. All right, we got about 50 miles to top of descent. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Unless you're not talking to me, Mr. Magnum. I don't remember talking to you about anything about noise abatement or anything, so you might not be talking to me right now. And if you are, I completely forgot what we talked about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Yep. I don't know. I plugged in the SimBrief what time I wanted to take off. And they chose runway 9, and now we're doing it. All right, let's do a couple of things here. I'm actually gonna put this away. Actually, I've landed this plane plenty of times. I'll start. I'm gonna do what I said. I'm just gonna take screenshots of everything, and then have it in front of me. All right, PTU on and landing data. All right, no big deal. And let's plug in 12,000 feet. Well, actually, we'll plug in 22 at first. All right, we're making our turn to, was it Osgood? The Odvad. Are you sure? Are you sure it can't auto land? If you say so. I think it can. I think we did it last night. I think I've done it before. I don't mind landing it by hand, dude. That's fine. You don't scare me, Chicago. Come on, man. What's up, dude? Trying to break bad with me? Trying to make me nervous? Get my palms all sweaty? Trying to make me divert from this airport and go land at Gatwick or somewhere easy? Come on, man. You're over here trying to get me all fired up and scared, man. Yeah, I don't mind landing by hand, man. That's no big deal. It's a lot easier now with the flight stick. Yep, it does say Cat 2. It just won't roll out and flare. Right, right. I'll do that. I'll just start going in like we're like dive bombing the runway and just pull up last second. See if we don't black out from the G's we're gonna pull. All right, let's get down to 2,000 feet now. I don't really care what that thing says. Well, no, we still got 20 some miles. Yeah, actually, I would like to do that now. Now that I think about it. Let's put this in descent mode. Let's click on IAS and then pull back on the throttle. Oh yeah, we gotta arm the auto. We gotta arm this as well. All right, let's arm that. And we gotta turn the PTU on. All right, we're about 1,500 vertical feet. That's all right. Boy, this thing got down pretty quickly. That works for me. I'm sure we didn't need to descend that early, but I wanted to. I'm actually looking forward to this landing. I think it would be really cool landing in the middle of the city. London's got some really cool, like, stuff to look at in the city. They got really cool buildings. They got that big Ferris wheel. Alright, so we got 13 miles. Yeah, we really did descend early. God, why'd you guys talk me into descending that early? What's with you guys? You guys trying to sabotage my flight? Yep, the Mini 747. I think just you know what, Just Flights makes the I just bought it, the Vulcan, the Avro Vulcan, I think is what it is, that jet fighter. I think they make that. I think that's what it's called, the Vulcan. I've been thinking about the question ever since you asked, like what they make. I know they make that Piper. I think they make the Vulcan. I think that's why I bought it. Was because they made it. I think it's called the Vulcan. Starts with a V, I'm pretty sure. The Avro something. Oh, you know what? I got it right here in my charts. Hang on, not my charts. The my OneDrive. Trilander, the Zeppelin. Yeah, the Avro Vulcan, right. Yeah, they make the Vulcan's a really cool plane. That thing is really detailed. Oh shit, we gotta start descending. Oh, no, we don't. Well, we're doing a few miles. We might as well start now. Alright, so let's click on IAS and ARM. Let's try to get our vertical speed about 1500. All right, let's click on descent. And we need to click on PTU. All right, descent's looking okay. And then for approach, that's where we got to put the APU back on. Brake fans are already on auto, or at least they should be. Yep, they're still on auto. Radio altitude, anti-ice as required. Oh, you know what? Let me, what's our minimums here? It's like 361, I guess. And our capture point, 2,000 feet. We'll probably wind up capturing it before then. All right, so 360-ish. Let's plug in 360. You mean E-jets, you mean like Embraer? If you're talking about Embraer, yeah, there are some Embraer jets. They're really shitty. I have one of them, and it's not a very nice plane. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you guys are talking about E-jets, if you're talking about Embraer, yeah, they're out. They're really shitty, the company that makes them. Virtual Coal, I think, is the name. I mean, I've flown it a few times. It's not hateful, but it's definitely not like a plane like this. Like, it almost seems like they took the base A320 and just kind of copy and pasted the systems. I don't know, maybe. The one I've flown a couple of times wasn't. It was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. It's not the worst plane that I own, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I think I saw that on their website the other day. Yeah, I'll take a look. I don't think I can get it either. I tend to stay away from those kind of add-ons though, because I've run into issues with them interacting with airplanes and shit like that, so. Alright, let's actually, let's actually put this to 9,000. And let's actually follow our captain's advice. And let's put on our landing lights now since we're below 18,000 feet. Oh, bitch. I didn't mean to do that. Let me see if I have a booklet for the Embraer. I thought Virtual Cole was the one who made the Embraer, at least the one that I have, but I could be wrong. BFR symbols, FAA Aviation Encyclopedia, Chinook, Dornier, Bronco, Concorde, Honda, Constellation, Trilander. I guess I don't have a plan. I guess I don't have a booklet for them. I'll look it up. I could have sworn it was Virtual Cole. Yeah, I think you guys have different E-jets than we have. I'll show you after, if you're still on. If you're still on when I land, I'll show you the one that I have and the ones that are available. They get, like, horrible ratings. Alright, I know it says that we're supposed to be at 12,000 by, but we're just going to keep on descending. Oh, actually, never mind. Let's click altitude hold here. Let's lower our speed a bit, because we need to be at 210. Or at least a max of 210, so let's go down to about 200. $210. Alright, let's arm. And let's click. Alright, let's click IAS. Alright, very good. Let me bring up the flight plan on Navigraph again. Okay, all right. So our flight plan is going to be taking us around. All right, very good. I just wanted to make sure that we are actually going to be... Like, I didn't know if I was going to have to fly manually on this leg of the trip or not. Well, not leg, but, you know, this part of the trip. But no, it looks like it's in our flight plan here. So far, so good. All right, let's actually put Giga Chad, let's put him on ILS monitoring duty. And let's actually click on... So let's do a couple of things here. Let's click on our V-speeds for landing. And let's actually put ourselves back in target mode, since we're leveling off here. And we need to stay around 200 feet. I'm sorry, 200 knots. 210 knots, sorry. Looks like 6,000 is our next next altitude, so let's put that in. Alright, so we just passed Jacko. We're going to Babku now. Alright. Yep, Nanva. Okay. Wow, they got wind turbines out in the ocean. God, these people are so brainwashed that they think wind turbines actually make any kind of power. Those things are the worst. They're so bad for the environment, and they make like zero power. What's this world coming to? All right, now we should be making a turn to the southeast coming up here. All right, that's LCE 21. Slow down a little bit. Hey, you can see them on your balcony. Yeah, I guess they do something. I just know when Texas had like a really big, was it snow or ice storm like last year or 2 years ago, and like their whole power grid went down supposedly, and they had to rely on wind turbine. And it could only power like 15% of the city. Like it was like most of Dallas. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was Austin. Like most of Austin was not lit up. Like only like this much, because the wind couldn't keep up with the demand. Yeah, remember that a couple years ago? Yeah. They had to rely on wind power, and wind couldn't do anything. But no, I mean, like, making those things is so bad for the environment. Like, plus they kill a lot of birds. You could actually put trees, you could actually plant trees in those places. Instead of the, water, you can't do it, but on ground, just plant trees. And the more trees we have, the less carbon we'll have in the air. The more trees we have on Earth, the less carbon there'll be on Earth. Because trees eat the carbon and piss out oxygen. Yeah, nuclear is very good. But yeah, the waste is something else with that. That's true. That's very true. Alright, we got to start descending here again pretty soon. LCE 23. Alright, let's start descending now. Right. That's what I mean. Like, they don't do anything. It's just a talking point for, people in the government, that are lobbying for big companies that want to, manufacture these wind turbines. I fully believe that we'd be on hydrogen or water or some other kind of power if people didn't make so much damn money on oil and gas. I mean, you got tons of companies that make money on oil and gas and shit. If the people in Congress and the government didn't make such big money, we probably would be on different power. Alright, so it's RACA. Alright, so RAVSA, that's coming up. Well, it's almost go time. We're almost at the point of no return. We're almost at the point where I got to man up and just do this landing. I like this VNAV page. This is a pretty interesting page. I like how it has them all the waypoints broken out and the altitudes we need to go to. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, let me change this here. All right, that's 3%. All right, let's actually put this to 1,000. All right, so we got about 9 miles to go before we got to drop down to 4,000 feet. Right. Yeah, it's crazy in America how expensive our utility bills are. All right, I have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Give me like 30 seconds. Before I go, think about this one. So here in Maryland, about 10 years ago, they were trying to pass a law that taxed us on the rain. They wanted to have these sensors like on the roofs, and they wanted to tax us on how much like runoff the rain was causing. It didn't pass. But yeah, the governor here was trying to talk everybody into being okay with a rain tax. I was like, a rain tax? Are you fucking kidding me? All right, I'll be right back. I gotta drain the main vein. Oh man, so much better. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to find the article on it and put it in the Discord later. You know, from back here. I think it was like 10 years ago. It was when we had O'Malley as the governor, and he was a snake in the grass. Let me tell you that. All right, what waypoint are we coming up to? All right, we're coming up to Gagby now. And what do we need to... Where are we descending again? At LC0. Okay. So we are going to have to start descending here momentarily. And I think we're going to do our approach checklist here momentarily. All right, let's go ahead and descend down to 4,000 feet. Let's arm it. Let's do IAS, and let's reduce our throttle. Yeah, oh yeah, we do need our new altimeter. Let's see what that is. 30.09. Let's plug that in first. What are you talking about? Done soon. Oh, something you're talking about with Magnum. Never mind. All right, let's put the APU back on. Fuel panel's fine. Brake fans are on auto. Anti-ice, we're not being asked to do, so that's good. And I know landing, we need to do engine air again, AC pump. Yeah, engine air off, APU air and packs on, and the AC pump. All right, very good. OSEV, we have to be at 3,000, so that's going to be next. All right, our glide slope flag has, you know, the red box is showing up, which means we're starting to pick up the frequency. All right, we're almost at PEV. Then we have LCE07. Oh, the E-Jets? Oh, yeah. I'd like to see a good company make it, like Carenado or Just Flights or VFR, you know. That virtual coal company, it's not so much that the plane is bad, like it flies okay. Now, granted, I have no idea how it flies in real life, but the simulator, it flies okay, but the textures are terrible. Like, the way the cockpit looks on the inside is really shitty. The sounds are like, the engine sounds are, like, it's got so much flange on it. I mean, it just... Oh, okay, Just Flight makes them. All right, that's good. Well, maybe they'll come out with them for the Xbox at some point. All right, next up is 3,000 feet. Yeah, I'll check FSS out. I don't know if they make anything for Xbox. But yeah, I'll definitely check them out. All right, so flaps are going to be below 170. All right, let's start descending down to 3,000 feet. Let's do ARM, IAS. I'm sure there's a different way to descend in this aircraft. This is the way that I do it. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but it works for me. All right, we're going to be making a turn to the southwest here coming up. That's Azev, this one right here. And we are actually almost ready to start making our turn, actually. We're pretty damn close. Yes. Yes, Chicago. Yes, you are right.
Speed checked below 205. Select flaps 80.
Really? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chicago. I will do my best. All right, LC02, we need to be at 2,000 feet, and then that'll be the final one. So no more room for VNAV. Let's just drop down to 2,000. Oh, shit. Let's not drop out of the sky, though. I mean, come on, Greg. All right, there's Azif. So now we should be parallel with the airport now.
25.
Speed check below 205. Select gear down.
Well, not with the airport just yet, but our course now is parallel with the airport. I might have to. Might have to click my heels 3 times. Oh, I never knew these parts slid down too. That's pretty interesting. Let me grab my, let me cross my fingers. Let me grab my rabbit's foot. Let me get my 4-leaf clover out. I kind of wish I had, no, sim speed's not up. I certainly hope not. I didn't push any buttons to speed it up tonight. All right, Todby is the last waypoint before we start turning. It does seem like we're going fast, doesn't it? And I don't remember hitting a button to speed it up. Either button N on my keyboard is to speed it up. I don't think I pushed it. All right, I just pushed V to slow it down. Maybe it was sped up. This seems a little more like it, actually. Maybe I did hit it by accident. You know, I could actually tell by looking at the clock. Let's try this. No, we were in regular speed before. You're reading my mind. All right, let's slow down a little bit more. Let's put our landing gear down. Let's go into heading mode and click on
Cabin is secure.
Terrain ahead.
Localizer armed. Localizer captured. Isotope armed.
All right, everything is captured. How far out are we? Oh shit. Hang on a second. All right, we got to put the ACU pump on. APU air on. And engine air off. Whoa! We really are close to buildings. Look at that.
Light slope's alive. One dot to go. Light slope captured. Established on the ILS.
I'm taking a big risk doing this right now with not knowing what my speed is, but it's worth it. Oh, look, they got city. That's cool. Boy, I can't wait for a replay, instant replay to come out. You know, I was thinking about landing it myself, but I really can't see shit. It's so hazy. By the way, I've been playing with the,
Autopilot disconnected.
oh shit, I did disconnect the autopilot. I've been playing with the, what's it called? The, speed brakes. By the way, just now.
Ground idle.
Well, a little early, but not bad.
Pressure C.
Little early.
Knots.
I think next time I'll make it on, next time I'll make it soft and buttery on the touchdown zone. Man, I really wish we had instant replay. Damn. That was a really cool landing. I like that thing. We'll have to do that again in a different plane. All right, let me look at, God, I can't wait for instant replay. Hopefully that's going to be on the new simulator. I know they've been talking about it. Yeah, I didn't think I pounded it into the ground. I thought that was pretty good. I think that was pretty good. All right, let's see. Let me look at the one that I own. That's made by Virtual Coal, I think. Categories. I don't think that was too bad of a landing, man. I think that was decent. Yeah, Virtual Coal. Oh, FSS is the company. This one's, I mean, look, let me get into the plane and I'll show you the plane. And you, oh, hang on. Let me look at the rest of the Embraer planes. Hang on. Well, thank you guys. That makes me feel better. Even if you're lying to me right now, just keep on lying. Keep the lies coming. Keep the lies flowing. I'm okay with you lying to me and telling me that was a good landing. All right. Where is... Oh, maybe they do make them all. Virtual Coal. E90. I guess they're the ones that make these planes then. Okay. I thought there was a different company that made them. That's a different company? Okay. Well, it said FSS. That's why I thought that. Look, it like if you look at it again, it says Virtual Coal FS Software. So I thought that was the same company. See, look. So I thought that was FSS. Oh, Flight Sim Studios. Oh. Ew. Yeah, let me show you how shitty this plane looks, like the textures and stuff. You tell me. And then I'm gonna call it a night. All right, let's see here. It doesn't matter where we go. Let's just go here. Even though you'll never see an Azul Embraer over here, we're going to put it over here today. Oh yeah, I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, I always like to see how the other half is living. You know, the other half of the simulator population that gets all the good shit. Let me go watch the videos and get jealous for a while. All right, let me turn the lights up. Hang on. Yeah, I mean, look look at this plane. I mean, like, look at this. It's like,
Autopilot.
yeah, I mean, like, it's... Oh, let me see what, let me check out Discord real quick. let me see how... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. What a difference. Jesus Christ. Man, I wish I had a computer now. Yeah. You're right, it is. It's like Hey man, oh, you got that virtual coal Embraer? Oh man, how many coupons did you use to get the plane? Yeah, I mean, like, it's not like, you know, yeah. What can I say? The plane's complete shit. It doesn't sound terrible, like when you start it up and everything, but like, how do I move to the side? You know, like the outside doesn't look terrible. Well, actually, let me change that. I do say it. Never mind. It does look shitty. You can see the jagged edges on like the letters and stuff. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Anyways, yeah. I wonder if Flight Sim Studios makes anything for Xbox. Let me check that out real quick. And then I'm gonna end for the night. Last night's stream was way long. Way long, man. That thing was like 5 hours. I didn't get off until like 1 in the morning, East Coast time. All right, hang on. I'm gonna check. I want to see if Flight Sim Studios makes anything real quick, and then I'm gonna jump off. But yeah, man, Chicago, have a good night. Like I said, I might be on tomorrow night, just playing regular games. If you stop by, great. If not, I will see you next time. All right, Flight Sim Studios. Flight Sim Studio AG. Oh, they're the ones that make the TechNam. Oh yeah, that's a good company. Okay. Yep. Where's that plane I'm going to be buying next? Yeah, this one right here I'm probably going to be getting in the next couple of days. So, yeah, I will. I'll check them out for sure. I'm very interested what they look like. So, all right, everybody. I'm going to jump off here. I'll be back probably tomorrow night playing regular games. But you guys have a good Sunday. If there's any moms out there that watch this, probably not. But if there are any, have a good Mother's Day. If you're a single father, have a good Mother's Day too. And I will see you next time on the Almost All About Aviation channel. Have a good Sunday. Have a good rest of the Saturday night. And see y'all next time over the beautiful skies of Mother Earth. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.